Hook harked back to an earlier talent show tradition.
In the old days of Variety, there was a hook on the side of stage, and the audience would respond to the act, and if they didn't like it, a shepherd's hook would come on stage and pull them off the stage.
Sadly, the Fame game itself got the shepherd's hook treatment in 1985 and was replaced the following year by a revamped New Faces and yet more fancy gadgetry.
Spaghetti Junction.
There was a contraption on stage called Spaghetti Junction. Marty would say, press your buzzers now, and on each of the seats there was a buzzer.
As you can see, the names of the 6 acts that have been on the show this evening are in the stars down by the side of the board. Each name is linked via its own colour light bulb trail to the superstar at the top of the board. Now, one act, and one act alone, can light that star tonight. Press your buttons now for Martin Berger on the green. When on the board, press for Martin Berger, and he's going up.
Can you imagine wiring up a 3,000-seater theatre with buttons and all those computer links?
The winner!
You would never build anything like that now. It was a great piece of machinery. We loved it.
Just like the X Factor, the New Faces final was a huge TV event and the first with a live phone vote.
You, the people at home, have the casting decision. Who's it going to be?
We used to watch the New Faces every week and loved that. Early on, I had a favourite, a little bloke. He did a Superman routine at the end. He like knelt and he put his arm, I can't remember how he did it.
That little bloke, Gary, was Dougie Small, winner of New Faces 86.
The winner is Dougie Small, ladies and gentlemen. New Faces 86, Dougie Small.
But it was the following year that produced one of the show's most famous discoveries in one of the most nail-biting finals in talent show history.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Joe Pasquale.
He was just such a naturally funny guy.
I put that on because I heard the producer say they weren't going to let any cowboys on the show.
There wasn't so much an act, but just a comedy genius for almost making it up as he went along and hoping for the best.
Before I went to do New Faces, I was a bingo caller and refereed wrestling at holiday camp, so I had nothing to lose. I used to be a long-distance lorry driver on the Isle of Wight.
The turning point for Joe came during rehearsals for the first round, when he had been paid an unexpected visit by one of the judges.
It's Ken Dodd.
Ken Dodd came in. I was like, oh my God, it's Ken Dodd. And he went, can I give you a bit of advice, son? So I said, yeah, absolutely, of course you can. And he went, see that joke there at the beginning? He said, don't do that one there, that's a stronger gag. You need to finish with that one. When you pull the rabbit out of the hat, don't throw it off in the wind. Put it down your trousers, shake your leg and it'll come out the bottom. You'll get double the laugh on that one, right, okay? And he went, if you do what I tell you now, I'll guarantee you win tonight. So I went back at the dressing room, changed it all around, did what he said, and obviously I won that heat.
And the winner in the audience, Joe Pasquale!
Joe had won over the audience and the judges.
A great new star, comedian clown.
But to get through to the final, he needed to win the postcard vote. And after 25 years, Joe has a little confession to make.
So what I'd done on that, I was still working at the holiday camp. And every week we'd have about 400 people come through on holiday. And I brought up a job lot of postcards, about 5,000 postcards. I dished them all out and I actually filled it all in. All they had to do was buy a stamp and stick it on, right? And I voted for me on it. I said, right, just send that in, will you? Send that in, send that in.
The winner in the audience was Joe Pasquale, but who did you, the people at home, vote for?
Whether they sent them in, I don't know. But I still got through for the viewers' vote. But I reckon it's because I was at the holiday camp and all the ideas were coming through.
You voted for Joe Pasquale!
Having won the postal vote, he returned for the final. Joe took on ventriloquist Jimmy Tamley and his sidekick Knuckles. Whatever happened to him?
New Faces 1987, yeah!
I have my Hell's Angel friend with me today. This is Knuckles.
What's that?
I'll just tell him you're a Hell's Angel.
That's right, brave, fearless, ride us through the valley of death and through hell and high water.
Did you come on your bike?
No, it's raining.
We're both the speciality acts, you know, comedy with props.
And in case...
After their final performances, the acts waited nervously backstage for the results.
Good evening. The old phone lines here in the south glowing red hot tonight.
This might change things for you. Here are the results from the north of England.
The votes poured in from around the country. It ended up a two-horse race between Joe and Jimmy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the gap is narrowing.
With 12 points, Joe Pasquale.
Wow!
All the way through, I was right in the lead, right to the end.
And in first place, with 12 points, Jimmy Tamley.
Well, oh, we've got a draw, ladies and gentlemen.
Just before the final telephone vote came through, we were both level pegging. I think it was on 82 points.
Whoever got 12 votes on the next one was going to win it.
Everything hinges on this decision, ladies and gentlemen.
What a burden it is for us here in the Midlands. And the votes are as follows. In second place with 10 points, Joe Pasquale. And in first place with 12 points, Jimmy Tamley.
So the winner of New Faces 87, Jimmy Tamley.
I was thrilled that he came second, that he got that far, but I thought he should have won.
The fact that I came second, I got all this wave of sympathy going, oh, you should have won. I'd rather have you was robbed than going, sorry, you're cack, how did you win?
Despite coming second, it was Joe Pasquale who would become the biggest star.
Oh, yeah? Did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he came second.
He's a millionaire. What happened to you?
Next time on The Talent Show Story...
Good morning, students. Welcome to your Fame Academy.
There were cameras in every room. There was no escaping.
You put two women on a show together and people want to see a cat fight.
Everybody tuned in every week just to see what was going to happen.
It was pantomime, and we were the two ugly sisters, and that's why it worked.
Stay in the YMCA.
Diversity!